Hello, hello. I am Ariel Alicia. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, stick around. If you got your vibe, subscribe. All right, y'all. So today's driving discussion. When you meet your partner, you decide to get married. Say one of you has a house already, or both of you have a house. Do you sell your home and purchase a home together? Or do you keep your home and still purchase a home together? Like, are you selling your home to live in one home with your husband or wife? Or are you still going to keep your home that you already had, plus get a new home with your partner? That's the question. So, for me, I don't have a partner. I'm not in a relationship. I don't have a husband, but I do have a house. I have a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhouse. And when that day comes that I get married, I will purchase a house with my husband. Obviously, we're going to live together. But I'm still keeping my townhouse. I'm not selling my townhouse. Never. Even when I do get a house with my partner, I'm not going to Airbnb it out. I'm not going to rent it out, lease it out, nothing. That is my home forever. Forever. Now, obviously, if my partner moves in with me, great. But if my partner wants to get a new home together, we may need a bigger space. You know, that's cool, that's fine, whatever. But I'm still going to keep my townhouse. Because I was talking about this with my children's father, too. We were talking about leaving things for our kids. And his family has some property that they have up for sale. And he's trying to see if he can get a good deal on it and purchase the land so we can have it for our children when they grow up. You know, keep it in the family. We can build some properties on the land. Maybe purchase some tiny homes to put on the land. Love tiny homes. Oh, if y'all like tiny homes, let me know down below in the comments, bitch. I'm very, very late to finding out about tiny homes. I never watched Tiny Home Nation when it was on back in the day, but I watch all of the old reruns or, you know, past shows on YouTube, and I'm like, how did I not know about tiny homes? So yeah, he was thinking about purchasing his family's land so we could put some tiny homes on there, just have something set up for our kids for future purposes, you know. And that's my thinking for my townhouse as well. I want to have that for the future. If one of my children need a place to stay, they'll already be set up. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have children, you always want your children to have it better than you did. Now, you do have some parents who want their kids to really go through life and figure things out, and, you know, that'll make them a stronger person, you know. But ultimately, you want your kids to have it better than you did growing up. And life is hard. And obviously, I don't want my kids to go through life thinking things are easy and things are going to be handed to them all the time and come to them. But if there is a way that I can make things a little bit easier, that's what I want to do. So that's one of the reasons why I would not sell my townhouse. I want to keep it for my children in the future. But also, I worked really hard for this house. This is my first house. This is my first, like, huge purchase, investment. Like, when you purchase a home, it's a lot that goes into purchasing a home. You feel me? It's a lot that goes into purchasing a home. And going through the loan process and the open houses and stuff. Now, that's fun, going through different open houses and stuff. But then when you got to put in, you know, you put in your bid or your offer, you got all these other people putting in offers too. So you're going up against everybody, and, you know, seller may deny you and go with somebody else, and then your heart get broken because you wanted a house. Like, I went through a lot, you feel me, to get my home, and it's very time consuming, and it can be very draining as well. But when you get to the promised land, when you get to the promised land and it's closing day and you're able to close and sign the paperwork, and then you get your keys, it's just a wonderful feeling. And it makes you feel like all of the stress and hard work was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a home that you can call yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have people on top of you or underneath you. Like, it's just a wonderful feeling, you know? So I worked really hard to get my house, and I am redecorating, remodeling the inside of my home. Like, I'm putting a lot of work into my home, just cosmetically. My home was built in 2019. I purchased it in 2021, so I still have a fairly new home. So there wasn't any like construction wise things that needed to be fixed with my home. I'm just redecorating, like as far as painting and wallpaper, different furniture, and I'm just doing things like that because I watch a lot of home decor and home design videos. So it's been inspiring me. But yeah, I'm doing a lot to my house, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not selling my home. So I hope that's not a problem for my future spouse. Let me know down below in the comments if you have had a situation like this where you already had a home and you didn't want to sell it once you met your partner and y'all got married, or if your partner had a home and you had an apartment, and y'all didn't move into his home, did he keep his home and then y'all bought a house together? Like, I want to hear stories if y'all have them, and how do y'all feel about that? Do you feel like, you know, you could or you should sell your home and that'll help get the money up so y'all can purchase a home together? Because that is another way to look at it too. If one of you has a home and the other one is in an apartment, but say the home is too small for both of you, then selling your home could be a better option, so then the two of you can buy a big house together. That could be a reason to sell as well. But I don't know, for me, even if we was in that type of situation where my house was too small for both of us to live in and he lives in an apartment, we just gonna have to try to get the money up to get a house together, because I'm not gonna squeeze all of your stuff in my house knowing it's too small. Plus, I'm not gonna sell my house just so we can get the money to get a big house together. No, I'm still keeping my house that I had before you came around. And then we just gonna have to take out a loan together or something. We gonna figure something out so we can purchase a home together. That's just me. That is just me. I work too hard to get my home, and it's a big moment. It's a special moment for me. And you know, I know people buy and sell houses all the time, but I don't know, for me that was just a big deal for me to be able to do that, because I've lived in apartments my whole adult life. And let me tell you, your girl is 40 years old. I have lived in apartments for so long, and then, you know, you reach that moment where it's like, all right, I'm ready to upgrade. I'm ready to get a house. I'm tired of landlords and dealing with neighbors that are on top of you, underneath you. Like, you just get to a point where you're ready to evolve and get a house. But it is much different living in a house than living in an apartment. You know, there are pros and cons to both. But once I made the decision to purchase a home, I have not regretted it. I have not regretted it. And my townhouse is my baby. That's my baby. I'm not selling my house. Never. I'm sorry. I am never selling my house. So, I don't know what y'all think. What do y'all think? And I don't think like it's anything selfish. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's just the fact that, you know, you work really hard for your home. You know, a house and a home are two different things. And I purchased a townhouse but I have turned it into a townhome. Okay, I have personified it. I have put my touches on it. I have made it a cozy, safe spot for me and my kids, and I just love my townhouse. I just could not part ways with it. Like, I'm telling you, like, I did the whole process, the home buying process by myself. One, because I wanted to surprise my parents. I wanted to surprise my parents, and I did, y'all. I did. I wanted to surprise my parents and shock them that I purchased a house. And I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it by myself. You know, it's a lot easier when you have a partner to go through that process with. So, the process already is hard enough, but when you have a partner to go through it, kind of like relieves a little bit of stress. But when you do it alone, the stress can sometimes be unbearable. But I'm so proud of myself that I was able to get through it by myself, and I surprised my parents, and they were so proud of me. Like, their baby girl, she's a homeowner now. Like, they were so proud. They were so proud. They were shocked. It was like, what? You did all this and you ain't say nothing? Like, man, it was such a happy moment. It was such a happy moment. But yeah, I wouldn't sell my home, y'all. I would still keep my home. When I meet my partner and we get married, I'm still keeping my home. But we'll buy a home together. And even if my partner has a house too, keep your house. I wouldn't want you to sell your house either. Keep it. Keep your house. And yeah, some people might say, well, that's a waste if you keep your house and then get a house with your partner, but not do anything with your house, not Airbnb it, or, you know, try and make some money off of it. I mean, it's just all in the way you look at it, you know. Like I said, invested too much into my house to then risk it by putting it on the Airbnb or renting it out and have somebody fuck it out my house. No. No. I'm not risking that. Ain't nobody gonna bring their bad energies into my house either. It just don't work for me. It's Airbnb and renting out your home is a great way to make extra income. It definitely is. And I'm grateful that people do Airbnb their homes, because when I go somewhere, I'm glad that I have a place to stay and I ain't gotta go to a hotel. But for me, it's just not something that I'm interested in doing with my property. You know what I'm saying? And you never know. Like, no one wishes divorce on anyone, but it does happen. And in the event that a divorce happens, you want to be able to have your own spot that you can go back to. You know what I'm saying? That's also another way to look at it. You have a little security blanket. You feel me? So that's just my take on it, y'all. I ain't selling my house. I am not selling my house. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Well, let me know down below what y'all think. I would really love to hear if somebody was in the situation before and what y'all did and what was the outcome. That would be really interesting to hear somebody's story. But alright, y'all, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, you must have got a vibe. So subscribe. And until the next time, you guys, please remember, stay focused, stay laughing, stay yourself, stay what? Stay fly.